The Gwent Levels are a special place, a supreme example of a handcrafted landscape. One of the largest surviving areas of ancient grazing marsh and ditch systems in Britain, the complex network of ditches and reams are home to a vast array of wildlife. Much of the area is designated as a nationally important site of special scientific interest. The Gwent Wildlife Trust has its first and largest nature reserve there too, at Mega Marsh. The Gwent Levels is also an outstanding historic landscape, preserving clear evidence of distinctive patterns of settlement, enclosure and drainage systems dating back to Roman times and beyond. Yet the Welsh Government plans to put a 6-lane motorway right through this precious area. Some 25 kilometres long, it is forecast to cost around £1 billion. Running from Mega in the east, it would cut through the levels well to the south of Llanwen Steelworks, cross the Usk by a new bridge, then cut through further protected areas on its way to rejoin the M4 at Castleton, east of Cardiff. 60 hectares of nationally important land would be destroyed. A major barrier would be created, preventing the natural movement of wildlife and affecting key breeding areas for many national and internationally important species. Take the water vole, for example. Now nationally scarce, numbers have declined by over 80% in recent years. Gwent Wildlife Trust has reintroduced a now thriving population of water voles at its Mega Marsh Reserve. An iconic keystone species back on the Gwent Levels, but what would the voles make of a motorway driving right through their home? The government's preferred black route would run right by our reserve, taking some of the land, and it would engulf areas that the voles have now recolonised. Otters too will be badly affected. Now much more often seen on the levels, they need large areas to roam and are very vulnerable to roadkills. Barn owls too often fall victim to fast-moving lorries. But do we really need this road? Traffic flows on the M4 have peaked and are now lower than in 2004. Average speeds on the existing M4 at peak times average about 50 miles an hour. Certainly congestion through the Bringlass tunnels is frustrating for all of us and can cause disruption. But there is a better and much cheaper alternative, the so-called blue route. This makes maximum use of existing roads, some of which have traffic far below their capacity, and it reduces dramatically the impact on the Gwent Levels. Favoured by independent transport expert Professor Stuart Cole, this would save around £550 million over the black route. How useful would that be for our health service and schools in Wales? And it could be built far sooner. It's not too late. The devastating black route can still be stopped. There is an alternative, better for the taxpayer and better for wildlife. If voles could vote, we can be sure what they would choose.